Hola familia, it's Alex. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. So as you guys can see from the title, today I'm doing a fun video. This video actually came about a week ago when I was trying to catch up on YouTube videos because I've been so far behind with everything going on in my personal life. And this idea just popped in my head. I don't know if anybody has done this idea. Let me know in the comment section if you have seen anyone do this. But I figured there are so many palettes that I open up that I automatically, it reminds me of somebody either I watch or I admire or is a friend or colleague here on YouTube. So I actually have 6 palettes and 6 individuals that I want to share with you guys. These are palettes that I feel kind of remind me of the individual, whether it be their aesthetics or their likes, what they use on camera, what they talk about all the time. So I'm very excited to share it with you guys, and I hope I actually nail this. So if any of these 6 individuals are going to watch this video, my apologies if I do not get you 100%. So if you're interested in this kind of video, stay tuned. But first, if you're new to my channel, welcome to the familia. My name is Alejandra. I'm an eyeshadow enthusiast with a dash project pan. That is something that interests you. Subscribe, join us. And now without further ado, let's get on with the video. First and foremost, this shirt is gonna drive me crazy. It keeps riding up, so my apologies if you keep seeing me touch it. And now I understand why it was given to me and why I have yet to wear it once. Now I get it. Anyway, I have my 6 individuals with their corresponding palettes. Now before I get into it, you guys know I always like to set the stage. I always like to give you guys a little bit of a preview before I get to the actual video. These 6 individuals are individuals that I watch or that upload often enough for me to catch a video, even if I do not have the time to sit and watch YouTube on the daily, because I really don't. And as the summer comes along, I'm gonna have less and less time to watch and have to concentrate more on creating than watching, unfortunately. It just ends up being that way with the kids being home and everything anyway. So I have the 6 individuals here. Now these 6 individuals, why I chose these 6 individuals, 1, because of their upload schedule. They upload often enough for me to catch a video. 2, they do share palettes and likes and dislikes of palettes that either they have purchased themselves, were sent in PR, have done tutorials with older makeup, have done palette bingos. They've done things with eyeshadow palettes that has given me some sort of indication of what their likes and dislikes are and tastes when it comes to eyeshadow palettes. Now, obviously, I do not know any of these individuals personally to really know 100% what they truly like. So this is just me as a viewer watching them, trying to get their likes and dislikes and nail it with an eyeshadow palette. So I apologize ahead of time to any of these 6 individuals that I'm sharing with you today. If I did not get their vibe, I did not get their aesthetics 100%, I'm sorry. Correct me. I'd love to be corrected so I know exactly what you like. But what I've gathered from videos that I have watched, these are the palettes that I think go with these individuals. So I just wanted to put that out there. Okay, so let's start out with the first individual. I'm sure you guys would not be surprised if I did not put her on this list. The first individual that I have is my friend here, Katie Marie. I love Katie Marie. She is someone who loves eyeshadow palettes just as much as I do. Somebody who loves indie brands as well just as much as I do. And I've watched her for a very long time now. We've collabed multiple times as well. And I think I got her vibe down. I hope I got her vibe down, because if not, she can kill me if I did not. But the palette that actually makes me think of her every time I open it, go through my collection, think about using it, is the Give Me Glow Juicy Olive palette. She is a total grunge green lover. Anytime a palette has green and it's grungy, she's all over it. And this palette truly reminds me of her. Every time I think of this palette, I think of her. She rocks it. Now, she rocks any kind of color. She loves colorful palettes. She loves color in general. But I feel like when it comes to the green grunge, that's where her weakness is. And it doesn't matter what depth or how many, it's just her thing. It's her thing, and that's awesome. I love it because my favorite color is green. I love any color of shade of green. It doesn't matter. So kind of holds a little place in my heart because she also likes green. I don't know if she likes any other greens, but I know this is her aesthetic. This is her. If I were to change the name of this palette, it would be called the Katie Marie palette. Next individual that I have is somebody that I have so much fun watching, and that is Paulina. Now, I love to say her name the Spanish way, so I'm going to say it the Spanish way. I'm sorry if I'm not saying it right, but I love calling her Paulina. And she loves to do, like, lately, she started out with colorful looks, and now she's more into like the neutrals with maybe a little pop of color, a little bit of orange here, a little bit of red there. But there is a specific color shade that is totally her weakness. And any palette that she does purchase, like, that is the first shade I always see her do get ready with me or swatch or try to dupe, and it's always a pink. And this palette I pulled out this month to play around with, to get used to, and every time I look at it in general, packaging and the inside, I think of her. That is the Hip Dot Flower Burst palette. Like, this reminds me of Paulina. Or Paulina, I should say. Now look at this. This is just her. This is her all the way. She loves her pinks in any shape, in any color. It's amazing. And every time I've pulled this palette to use it, I always think of Paulina. I don't know what it is. She has gotten me into looking at pinks now and always thinking of her. She does the light pinks. She does the darker pinks. She likes the mauve pink pinks. There's other palettes that I have that really remind me of her as well, but this is the one that I'm reaching for this month, and I feel like this is her. Every time I've looked at it and every time I wanted to play with it, I think of her. This is her. This is the Paulina palette. All right, up next is another friend of mine. This is Miss Bridget. I swear I always tell her she has the fountain of youth and she is hoarding it for herself. This woman looks amazing. My goodness gracious, she's amazing. She has beautiful skin. I love her looks. I love her looks. I love watching her. I love listening to her. I very rarely miss an upload of hers, and I absolutely love when she does eye looks. It's just, she has the lid space like I do, and I'm just like, that's what I could do. But she has the skin tone that just makes color pop like nobody's business. My goodness, I am very envious because I wish that I could have color pop like she does. And I know her favorite colors are purple and black. So when I got this palette about a month ago, and I've been playing around with it now, including the second month, I thought of her. This is the Flight palette from Menagerie. Now this is her. This is totally her. All I am missing is a black shadow. If I could replace like this one for a black shadow, I think she would love this palette 100%. Like, she rocks color like nobody's business, and purple and black on her look amazing. And I know she likes the purple tones, and this just gives you a different variety of purples with different undertones as well as different finishes. You're getting the mattes and the metallics and the duochromes. This is beautiful. And as soon as I got this in the mail, I thought of her. I thought, oh my goodness, this would be perfect for her. It would look beautiful against her skin tone. She would love the formula. And every time I open it up, I think of Bridget. I really do. Up next is my friend Steph here. Now, Miss Steph I feel like her recent love of eyeshadow reminds me of me when I very first started exploring eyeshadow palettes and formulas and different brands. And every time I see her videos and I see her ranking new eyeshadow palettes, or I see her doing hauls of eyeshadow palettes, it just reminds me of me when I was so excited to try all different kind of brands, all different kind of formulas, all different kind of colors, playing around, mixing around, doing whatever. Not that I don't do that now, it's just I'm more controlled. I understand what I like more, so I'm not out there buying every little thing, which there's nothing wrong with it. If that's what you want to do, go ahead and do you. With her, I feel like she wants to do more color, but kind of likes to keep her one foot in neutrals and the other foot in color. It all depends on whether she's at work or not, and I understand that because some jobs won't allow you to wear color like crazy. So she tries to do both. And every time I hear her talk about eyeshadow palettes, I've noticed that she really gravitates toward warm tones. And this palette just reminded me of her because it gives you color, but it also gives you those warm neutrals that ground her and get her like comfortable to wear the other shades. And for that, I chose the Desi and Katie Friendcation palette. This reminds me of Steph. You're getting your neutrals, but they're not super boring neutrals. Like, they're very fiery warm, and then you're getting those colorful, like these green and blues and this dark shade. a red one. I know she loves red, and these gold she absolutely loves. So this is a palette that I would think would go for her. Like, she could get her neutrals out of it, but still get those pops of colors that she really enjoys and tries to incorporate in her look, which I think she does beautifully. I really, really do. I really like her eye looks, and I love that she's experimental with them and isn't apologetic about it. Even if they come out wonky, like, she still goes for it. And I love that, because that's how I am. I'll just go with it. Like today, I'm not digging my lashes and I think they look like all wonky. They're gonna get thrown in the trash today, but I'm still here on camera, aren't I? All right, next up is a fellow panner of mine. Now, not my personally, but you know, she pans a lot, and she does do a lot of curated makeup kind of videos where she does her capsule makeup, she does project pans, but she also is very in tune with her eyeshadow palettes, and she's done many different eyeshadow palette videos of her favorites, ranking, new ones, rotating, that kind of stuff. So I've gotten a little bit of a hang of what she likes. And that is my friend, I'm hoping I'm saying her name right because I remember it rhymed with Moana. Iona. Please, I'm so sorry. I know she doesn't say her name on camera, so it's very hard for me to remember, but it's Chic Geek or Geek Chic. Oh my gosh, now I even forgot that. I think it's Chic Geek. She does a lot of eyeshadow palette kind of videos, and lately, like when I first started watching her, she was a lot into color. She liked to play around with color, and now as I'm hearing her videos, she's toned it down a little bit. She's tried to do less steps in her eye look, tried to keep it a little bit more minimal, doing a little bit more neutral, and this palette just reminded me of her. One, because she loves Juvia's Place, and I think that that is one of her favorite brands, and now she's into more of the neutral, so I feel like this is perfect for her. This would describe her. This is the Warrior 2 palette. I feel like this is her. She gets her neutrals, but still giving you color. Like, the neutrals aren't boring. They still give you some sort of pop of color where you feel like if you want to do a little bit of a peach, you got it right there. A little bit of an orange, a brick red. Keep it toned down a little bit, but it's very warm. Cooler tone, your black to keep you grounded. You know what I mean? Like, this would be her. I feel like now with her aesthetic and the way that she likes to do her makeup, I feel like this would be perfect for her. This describes her 100%, at least in my eyes. I hope I am correct. All right, the last and not least, the individual that I have today is Miss Sally. Miss Sally, I have collabed with her on 2 different videos, and both have been eyeshadow palette videos. I love watching her. I think she has a great personality. She's super spunky, always keeps me alert on there. I never like try to distract myself whenever I watch one of her videos because she really genuinely makes me laugh. I enjoy watching them. I have a good time watching her video, whatever the content is that she is you know, filming and uploading. So for her, she was the hardest one to pinpoint. I hope I got it right. Well, I definitely know that she does not like warm tones, and specifically doesn't like oranges. I got that very early on in her channel, so I know she doesn't like that. So she likes neutrals, but she likes them not to be all brown. So I had to really look at my collection for a cool toned, muted, colorful eyeshadow palette. And in my collection, believe it or not, that is something that's very rare. I don't really purchase them often unless they are a specific color theme, because I really don't go for cooler toned shadows unless it's a colorful palette that just ends up being cooler toned. But this is a recent add-in to my collection, and I feel like this is her. And that is the Sydney Grace Enduring Love palette. And I've only used this maybe a handful of times, so I haven't really 100% dived into this palette, but I feel like this is her. You're getting your cooler tones, you're getting those colors, but they're not so out there. I feel like that's her. She likes this kind of stuff. She likes those shimmery colors, but she also likes to keep it down, like these silver. I see her wearing those one shadow looks, and it could be this one all over her lid, and that's the end of that. And then she puts liner, maybe lashes, mascara, whatever it is, and that she's good to go. But she likes these little murky kind of greens, maybe this blue, adding a little bit of purple. I think purple looks really pretty on her eyes. So I feel like this, now she was the hardest one. She stumped me, but I had to really think about it hard. And since this is new to my collection, I didn't think to pull this one out, but I sure enough did. And I think I may have nailed her. I hope I did. I don't know. You guys will all let me know if I did, but I feel like this is Sally. All right, you guys, those are my 6 people. So how did I do? What do you guys think? As viewers, if you watch any of these 6 individuals, do you think I nailed them? Did I really do my research? Because I did try my best to do my research, and I've been watching these individuals for a while now, so it wasn't that hard to really kind of get an idea of where to go in my collection to find eyeshadow palettes for them. But I could be wrong. I could be perfectly wrong. So if any of these 6 individuals are watching this video, Let me know in the comment section, did I nail you? Was I in the right direction at least? Was I getting there but didn't fully get inside? Let me know, I really would appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll put more videos over here for your enjoyment. Until then, adios.